Hello students, welcome to this discussion on engineering mechanics. I am Gayatri Mavre, Assistant Professor at Engineering Sciences Department, AISSMS IOIT, Pune. In this lecture, we will discuss about zero force members in a truss, rules for finding zero force members, and then we will solve few practice problems. A member carrying zero force is called as zero force member for a given truss. Here are few rules to find zero force members. Zero force members actually we can identify by just observing the given figure. If there are three members at a joint, out of which two are collinear and no external force act on that joint, then the third member is a zero force member. As shown in figure 1, the other two members have same forces. So here in figure 1, you can see at this joint, three members are acting and no external force is given at this joint. The two horizontal forces are collinear. So the third force must be a zero force member. In second diagram also of figure 1, the two forces which are collinear are like this, horizontal forces. One force in this direction, other force in this direction. And there is no external force acting here. So the third member is a zero force member. This first is called as T member, T-shaped member, and these are also T-shaped members because the three forces are coming here. So here in next figure also, these are the two forces which are collinear. No external force is acting here, so the third member should carry zero force. Now second rule is, if there are only two members at a joint and there is no external force on that joint, both members are zero force members. So just as in case of figure 2, here one force is horizontal, one force is vertical acting at one joint. If we try to write down equilibrium condition for this joint, then summation Fx must be 0, and to satisfy this horizontal force must be 0. To satisfy summation Fy equals to 0 for this joint, this vertical force must be of 0 magnitude. And that's why it is said that the two forces are zero force members. Further, in a V member, again if you write down summation Fy equals to 0, then to balance vertical component of this inclined force, right? To balance this vertical component of inclined force, there is no other vertical force. So this inclined force must be 0. This member is a zero force member. If this is 0, then to satisfy equilibrium in x direction, this other force must also be 0. Now let us discuss third rule. If there are only two members at a joint and the external force is along one of the member, external force is acting here but the force is along one of the member, then their other is a zero force member, or force in other member must be 0 then. As in this diagram, support here is roller. If I show support reaction, it will be vertically upward. Now to balance this vertically upward force in this member must be vertically downward. right? And there is no horizontal component of reaction. There is no other member which will balance this horizontal force in horizontal member. So this horizontal member must be a zero force member. If you follow these three rules, you can identify zero force members in a given truss. Zero force member in a truss maintain the shape of the truss, support its weight and carry loads if loading conditions change. Here we have two trusses. We will identify zero force members in the first truss. In the first truss, if I consider joint G, look at this joint G, it is having three members. So if I try to draw G joint, one force is, say, force in HG member, it will be balanced by force in GF member. But to balance this vertical force in GC member, there is no other vertical force acting at joint G. So this force must be 0 in magnitude, and therefore this member here is a zero force member. Further, there will be no other zero force member here. If you look at this joint B, then at joint B, force in AB member will be balanced by force in this BC member. This 12 kilonewton will be balanced by force in this vertical member. So there is no zero force member at joint B. Same way is for joint D. If you draw support reaction for this roller, it will be vertically upward, and for this hinge there will be two support reactions. So at joint A also there is no zero force member, and at joint E also there is no zero force member. In first truss here only zero force member is GC member. Now look at the second diagram. Here truss is almost same, only one change is given, that 14 kilonewton is not acting at C point now, it is acting at G point. So there is no zero force member in this truss now, right? Because at joint G also, to balance this vertical force in member GC, there is now one force of 14 kilonewton acting at point G. So there will be no zero force member in this second truss. Further, in this truss shown here, if you look at joint D, to balance this vertical force at joint D, there is no other vertical force. So this is a zero force member. To balance force in DE member, there is no other horizontal force at point D. So if you use summation Fx equals to 0 for joint D, we come to know that DE, force in DE member, is 0. If you use summation Fy equals to 0 for joint D again, then we come to know that force in DA member is also 0. If you look at C joint now, force in BC member, first of all, force in EC member will be 0, because to maintain equilibrium in Y direction, there is no other vertical force or its component other than FCE sine theta. So this force must be 0, and if this is 0, horizontal force must also be 0. So these are 0 force members in this truss. There are further 2 more trusses. Let us try to identify 0 force member given in this truss. If I draw support reaction at A point, it's a roller, so support reaction is RA like this, vertically upward. To maintain equilibrium of joint A, there is no other horizontal force acting to balance force in AD. So force in AD member must be 0 then. If I draw FBD for this joint D, if I draw the support reactions, it will be something like this, dx and dy. This dx and dy will be balanced by forces in incline and vertical member. Okay, that's it. Only one 0 force member is there in this truss. Now for the second truss shown here, again if I draw reaction for roller, then there is no horizontal force to balance force in AD member. So it's a 0 force member. At joint C, now the external force is missing. It is not acting at point C. So the force in this member, these two members will be 0, right? For this cantilever truss, if we start from point E, then here we have two forces acting collinearly along one line, and the third force is like this. So to balance this third force, there is no vertical force acting here. So the force in member EF must be 0. If force in this member is 0, then force in DF member will also reduce to 0, because again we have at joint F two collinear forces and the third force. Now come to the D joint. At D joint, again we have two collinear forces and the third force is perpendicular to the two members. So the force in this member will also be 0. Then come to C joint. Look at the C joint. So force in this member will also be 0. Now A joint is a roller. So reaction for this roller will be horizontal, which will balance force in AD member. But to balance the force in AB member, there is no other vertical force. So this will also be a 0 force member. So if we find out the 0 force members here, which are EF member, then FD, DC or CD you can say, then CA and AB. This much are 0 force members shown in this truss. For this truss shown here, let us identify 0 force members. This is a roller support, this is a hinge support, so the reactions will be something like this. Now at joint C, this is a 0 force member because AC and CE are collinear. Then we do not have any other joint where only 3 forces or 2 forces are acting. Yes, at being roller at G point, the vertical force Rg will be balanced by vertical member force Fg, and there is no horizontal force or reaction to balance force in Eg member, so it will reduce to 0. So member BC and member EG are the zero force members shown in this truss. So in this lecture we have seen what are zero force members, rules to find zero force members, and we have solved practice problems. This is time to check your understanding. This is your homework problem. Find zero force member in the truss shown below. Thank you for being with me.